Have you heard of
Um,
lampshading?
no, what is that?
It's like this TV trope where like like for example, you're making a lot of like homophobic jokes, and another character goes like, "Isn't it like 2025? Like, can we even say that?" And they're like, probably not, but like, and they just kind of like they use self-awareness as a pass
Yep,
on
yep, yep,
doing
yep,
what they're continuing to do.
yep.
That was really poorly explained, but like that's kind of it's like just
Yeah,
because
like,
you're
okay,
self-aware.
one of the contracts that I got when I was like a teaching artist was like I went to Saudi Arabia, which, has all these human
Wow.
rights violations.
Oh,
Um, but they're putting so much money into tech and art and AI and like AI art because it kind of felt like an art washing of like everything, like being like, look at how like glorious our country is. Um, and we have all this
I
cool tech and
yeah,
art happening.
I was thinking about this like everybody or like when you think about art in the olden days and having patrons that are like
Hmm.
really wealthy, it's the same shit. Like
Yeah.
churches that would be like, "Oh my God, like we are a religious spectacle, like Michelangelo, please, like we give you a bunch of money to do this."
Hmm.
It's artists, we're kind of trapped in that way of like the best way to make money is from people who have money, but those tend to not be the greatest people.
Hmm.
And then you have the fine art, and then you have populist art where you're like off of like the will of the people, and like it's so it's a very heady conversation
Yeah.
that sometimes I'm just like, what do I want? What feels good for me? Do
Hmm.
I really want to? If you have a lot of money and I actually fuck with you as a human being, I will
Yeah.
probably accept your money. But
Yeah.
like, if it feels off, it's just vibes.
I think
I'm really
like my friend, like other people from SFPC, they said like they also like brought up this attitude of scamming where it's like, oh, I'm gonna scam Google out of like 10K. I'm gonna take that money. They're gonna think I'm gonna make art about it, but I'm really gonna take that 10K and redistribute it to like 10 different artists to like make the art that they want to make.
That's yeah, that was like Basquiat. Like I don't know if you've heard, but like I was taking like a popping fundamentals class from Mr. Wiggles, like OG, grew up in the
Mm,
Bronx, knew
hmm.
Basquiat. And he
Yeah.
was like, yeah, these white people came by, wanted a piece. Basquiat like threw like drew it really fast and was like, this means like la 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 la. And they like ate it up and gave him thousands of dollars and they were like, you always stay hustling, always be
I was
hustling.
yeah,
Always
yeah.
and it's just like that is pretty fucking dope. Like, and it doesn't, and for me, it's like just because he's like, just because you tell that story doesn't make me view Basquiat as any less talented. Like,
Yeah.
he still has so much of that, like, uh, just like so much history and
Yeah.
reputation, and like,
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, be
Hmm.
the Robin Hood of
Him
artists. Like,
and him and Andy Warhol were lovers.
oh, they were!
They were gay
My
lovers. It's
God,
great.
they're
It's amazing.
gay! They were
Yeah.
roommates. My God. No, that's so great. Dang, that's really interesting for them to be lovers, especially in like 1980s New
Hmm.
York. That's
Yeah.
actually, I guess that was the right time to do that, but also really hard.
Yeah,
Jesus.
and this is like another thing, like I feel like Andy Warhol kind of mentored Basquiat or like helped bring him up. And that was like I think partially due to the fact that they were lovers and the fact that like yeah, like love is so powerful in defining art and scenes and also breakups and ruptures are as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, what a time.
Time. Yeah. But maybe yeah, I'll spend a month in LA or something. My friend's like going to Spain or something because he goes to USC and like is doing
Oh,
a semester remotely. So now he's like, oh, now I can like fuck off and travel. So he said I could like stay in his vacant apartment.
that's so close to me too. My
Yeah, he's
God.
in K-Town.
Oh shit. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Wait,
yeah,
what?
yeah,
That's so exciting. We can eat so much food.
yeah. Get
Mm,
Korean shaved ice.
yeah. I've actually had a
At
lot of that.
what is it? There's a bingsu spot that like I always go to when I'm in LA.
Oh. Mm. There's so many that I'm like, I don't know. There's like two H Marts in like one street, just like 3 blocks away from each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to end up doing with your art? I think you mentioned like I want to make art and just sail on a boat for like like the rest of
Do
your
you
life.
know 100 Rabbits? They like make
No.
dope art and they're also like computer programmers who like are really into like Linux and open source and like
Oh.
small tech that's like only like 10 kilobytes. But
Yeah.
they're a couple and they live on a sailboat and they just like do this shit remotely off of like the Wi-Fi. They've like sailed to so many places. Um, yeah, and then there's this other couple who like for me, I'm like, oh, that's couple goals or like just like artist goals. They were one of my teachers at SFPC, Sayway and Taylor. They go by CW and T, and they have this crazy, crazy like tricked out design studio in their Brooklyn. Is it yeah, Brooklyn brownstone. Like in their basement, they have like multiple CNC machines and like they're
Oh my
crazy. Like
God.
they're so good, and they have like two kids, two like babies. And I just love the way that they work together and like operate as a family. And like they'll be on meetings and like have their baby and be like, yeah, like I'm gonna take care of my baby during this professional work meeting because this shit is like important. And if you don't
Yeah.
fuck with it, like you can fuck off,
Also,
you know?
like, how much is professionalism just coded for old white men?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why can't I just what? I was gonna ask, like, I I had how do I say this? I think I have a fear of like my partner is not artistic,
Mhm.
and I'm completely okay with that being the case.
Mhm.
Just because I think at least before with like the whole friendship breakup, there when you're working together creatively and artistically, there is it's so open to conflict. And by
Yeah.
conflict, I don't even mean it negatively. There's just a lot of
Yeah.
decisions that might like
Yeah.
overlap with one another. And when you don't have the communication skills the or like sometimes you like some things just will not fit together even if you communicate like
Yep.
I imagine like you can create lots of really great things and then if the whole thing falls apart like yeah I don't know maybe that's my hyper independence but like
Have
I'm
you
just
worked
like
with other artists or like collabed?
I don't think I maybe like in dance things but not very collaborative and more just like I how do I do this in a way that like doesn't piss me off and also doesn't piss them off so yeah
Yeah, my favorite way of making art is like with others. Like it's so cool seeing like a piece unfold and you're like, damn, I never would have thought of that and it's dope.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah I think I have probably a lot of inner voices that are very judgmental that come up when it comes to collaborating. That probably makes it really hard.
Mm.
Like what? But something
Yeah,
to
I
talk
might do
about
an
with them.
MFA. Might do an MFA at some point because it's like 3 years to just focus on your art, which sounds really dope. And then you can be a professor, which pays really well and you get summers off. And I think like as an arts professor, like my friend Chris Coleman, he's a professor at um, Ohio State. He's been kind of like mentoring me as like when I ask him like all these art career questions. He said like as a arts professor for your first 2 years before you get like I don't know, there's like some like evaluation. First you're like associate professor and then you get evaluated on your research, but your research is just you making your own art and like basically what is a good measure of progress is like if you've exhibited enough or if you've like made enough art, which that's just what I want to
Oh,
be doing anyway. And they
yeah.
give you funding. They give you money to make your art because it's like for the institution, like for you to do your research.
Ugh, that would be so nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ugh, I don't even want to look into grants. I'm like, that's so much effort. But
it is.
yeah. Oh, so I had talked to a friend who went to Pratt
Hmm.
for art and he kind of talked about like um how at Pratt they wouldn't necessarily work on like the technical skills of a certain art form. They all did different art forms, but they would help each other in the storytelling
Yeah.
of like what they wanted to do. And so he kind of brought up this thing of like one person was really good technically at art, but only wanted to paint flowers.
Hmm.
And I was kind of like, I actually kind of like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's like Oscar Wilde, like art for art's sake, just like
Hmm.
sometimes a pretty thing. But I was curious. I guess that is like a big like that is a quote for me. An Oscar Wilde like there the appreciation of art for art's sake, which is
Yeah.
a lot of what commercial art is.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, like I'm curious like what your thoughts on are on
I don't know.
I
I'm
see
like,
that.
if it's good, it's good. Like, if it's a pretty flower, it's dope. Like,
Yeah.
there doesn't have to be some story behind it.
Yeah. Like God cooked here.
Yeah.
Evolution, she cooked here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and I think like even if it's ugly, but the storytelling art is good, it's like, oh, that's dope. I like
Yeah.
what you said about it.
Hmm.
Visually not appealing, emotionally appealing. And like you can do both also.
Yeah, I love like disturbing art. But I would be like, I don't want to buy this and put it in my living room and look at it every day.
Yeah. Wait, what would you do with it? Now I'm curious. Like,
With
what would you?
disturbing art,
Yeah. Would you have it in like a little like book where you'd be like, I don't
maybe a
open this
book,
and
yeah. Because
yeah.
I have this zine actually. It's called like, I think it's called like Ruined or Toilets or something, but it's
Yeah.
like, no, well, it's not toilets. It's like the zine that's all photographs of refrigerators that were left out after Hurricane Katrina. Like things festering and like people like
Oh,
graffiti on them. And
yeah.
like, it's like kind of icky.
Yeah, that's really
But
heart-wrenching.
I love, yeah, like the whole concept is like really beautiful. Like abandoned fridges that are festering and have been reclaimed by graffiti artists in like the wake of Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I grew up in Houston, and so a lot of Vietnamese people who left New Orleans came to Houston afterwards.
Mm, hmm.
So it was like, and we're going to New Orleans for Tower Reunion. Are you going to Tower Reunion?
Wait, I didn't get an email.
You didn't get an email? Wait, I can forward it to you.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Here, I'll drop my email in the chat.
Yeah.
Dude, I went to Pie Reunion and I did not expect to be drinking for 72 hours straight.
Wait, I don't remember seeing you.
I went to the not like the triple one, but I went to the
Oh.
2016 one. The one for the 2016s.
Oh. Oh my God. I went to the triple one and the 2021. So
Okay.
I was like, oh my God. Wait,
Was it also in L or Las Vegas?
yeah, it was. It was really fun.
Dude,
It
I
was,
puked on the floor. Like we had we had bottomless mimosas at brunch and it was my first day and people were like, "Let's get bottomless mimosas." And then I drank and drank. And then like Ron, I don't know if you know Ron, but like Ronald Heiser was trying to hit on the hostess at the restaurant and gave her his extra room card and was like, "Hey, just so you know, I'm like room 303." And then while he's doing that, I like puke all over the floor, like right in front of the hostess. And then like we all are like, "Yeah, we gotta get out of here." And then we all,
oh my God. That sucks. Where was this? Or like what restaurant was this? Or
I don't know. I don't know.
yeah,
It
I
was somewhere on the
enjoyed
strip.
Vegas. It was way too hot though. Like I don't that was no 100-degree weather for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Tao this year will be I'm really excited. I've never been to New Orleans. I'm
New
excited
Orleans is
for
so good, dude. I took because I went for this machine learning conference, NeurIPS, like
mm,
maybe a year ago. Because I was like running this workshop there. But yeah, the conference it was all right. But I took a day off to attend this cooking class at the Food and Beverage Museum, which I highly recommend going
that
to,
sounds amazing.
especially the cooking class, because they like taught me how to make gumbo. and like
Yes.
flambéed bananas Foster. Like they taught me how to flambe something.
With the gumbo with the filet powder and like the
Yeah,
sister.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Ah!
yeah. And they gave me a little filet pouch to go. Like
Oh my
they were like, you
God.
can't get this shit in Pittsburgh. Like take
Oh
this home.
my God. That's so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
There's a lot of Viet Cajun fusion that's there. So I'm like really excited for that specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my
Yeah,
people. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm excited for the art and like just like the culture. And
I love
honestly, I'm
it.
like, I don't even know if I care about the rest of y'all here, but like I
Yeah,
guess
yeah. I'm here for the jazz.
yeah.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
I guess like to bounce that question back to you of like, where do you want to go as an artist? Like, what's the ultimate destination?
Yeah. I discovering Ai Weiwei
Yeah.
and seeing like marble sofas
Mm-hmm.
or but also like reclaimed old like Chinese furniture
Mm-hmm.
that is like remixed. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty much exactly what I kind of wanted to do. Like art
Mm-hmm.
is just new novel art is like kind of like whatever's avant-garde and like
Yep.
I have a lot of that kind of thing that I want to do. Like I want to make large installations, I want to make big statements. But I also just want to do some art for art's sake. Like I just want to draw dogs because they're fucking cute, or like I
Yeah.
love like pictures of my cat
That's
because he's
why I like because in senior house we could paint on the walls and murals, and so that was my first time doing murals, and that's why I love murals
mm,
because you get to go big, and also it's just like yeah, there's none of the pretension. It's just like if it looks good, if it makes people like, if it beautifies the space, like it's worth it.
yeah, yeah. Like I want to. I still want to enjoy what I'm doing while also getting to explore sort of darker themes. Um, in like Blue Period, uh, because they dive more into that like conceptual art where the prompt is like draw a self-portrait or like paint a self-portrait. Obviously, if you paint a portrait that looks like you're not really gonna get in because everybody would do that. But like
Mm,
people who are like, let's do a broken mirror with like
yeah,
my image or
yeah.
like something a little bit my Kwesi, who also went to MIT but does more like acting and storytelling, he was like,
Quasi from Interface?
was he in Interface? He was a senior when we were freshmen.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, Kwesi in Interface. But like it's like the when you're doing improv or any type of like storytelling or art, it's like don't do the obvious thing, do the next
Hmm.
thing over.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
how do I explore that? Because that's a really interesting place to be.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's where I'm getting like some of my installation art ideas. But yeah, I just kind of want to have fun, explore. I was making music videos and dance videos a
Yeah.
lot, like during the pandemic. I still love those. I still love dance and cinematography as like combined art forms. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I just want to have fun and get paid. And
Hell
then
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, have like a lot of financial freedom to continue doing so. Like the boat thing, down. Maybe not a boat because I feel like I would get seasick, but like I love my apartment and like that would be
How
great.
long you been there for?
It's only been a year now.
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, I've drilled so many holes into the walls and
Yeah, I
then
can tell. Like I'm like, your cats have it good.
yeah, they do. They got a cat patio. They got like I bought them two of those like donut thingies for them to like
Yeah.
roll around in.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah, I spent a lot of money. Um, yeah, I just love my space. And then I had kimchi making as a like little
What?
community event.
Oh
Yeah. Have you made your
no.
own kimchi?
I've been okay. I'm like on the precipice of making my own kimchi because I
Oh,
have brewed kombucha. That's like the thing that I do. And then I've made sauerkraut. I
oh shit.
attempted to make kimchi, but I didn't have gochugaru or like the right
Yeah.
spice or like powder for that. Um, but yeah, there's someone in Pittsburgh, like a Korean person who teaches kimchi workshops.
Oh my God. Yeah, I had that this last Sunday and I want to do dumplings next
Ooh.
month.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I want it to be like a recurring thing. I think like the like building a community for myself, not only because I'm in a new city and I like want to make friends, but also like that's so important for my business and just life in general. Like if I'm selling to anybody, it's somebody that I actually genuinely like and who likes me.
Yep.
Like money feels good that way.
Yep.
Um, and then yeah, I think like when you put people first, money and community come just
Yes.
naturally.
Yes.
So, yeah. And also like when you put yourself first and know what you're like about, you don't just let anybody in, which I think I did a lot of before. Um
Like with dance?
yeah, like a lot of like letting people in, but with dance and even just friendships, but like letting people in and trusting them way faster than they actually were capable of. Like, can I rely on you to do this thing? No. Can
Mm-hmm.
I trust that you'll bring something up if there's an issue? No.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
I was like putting all these assumptions on people, but not actually waiting to see if they would act like that.
Yep.
Because I was just so scared of being alone. And
Yep.
now that I'm comfortable with it, I'm just like, ah, okay. So this is the limitation of where we
Mm-hmm.
can be in each other's lives, and it's like a
Yeah.
little bit more peaceful. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I'm just happy to use my space as like, ah,
Yeah.
people come and have fun and make
Yeah.
kimchi and like smell like
Kimchi.
garlic together.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. I feel like a kitchen or a space is not alive unless it reeks of garlic.
I love the like just like smelling like labor. It's
Mm-hmm.
so good. The garlic
Yeah.
flavors.
I
Yeah.
have another question for you is like, well, I guess it's a question for us, um, where it's like, there are so many like sleeper artists like stuck in full-time jobs that they hate, but they have probably contemplated making the jump but haven't yet. Like, what would your advice to them be?
Um, Before that, have you read The Artist's Way?
Yes, yes. I was
Yeah,
running a
that.
book club
Oh,
here.
are you? Oh, yeah. I skimmed it. Well, okay, I listened to the whole thing, but I didn't do any of the things.
Hmm.
But like the whole like shadow artists, where
Hmm.
it's like people who, yeah, people who like I love my favorite people to talk to are shadow artists who are also engineers. Like that ends up being what it is, but not maliciously so, because the people who are like, you shouldn't be selling art, you're not gonna make money from that. Like, get out of my face. But
Yeah, let
my
me prove you wrong.
yeah,
Yeah.
I I have so much advice because that's literally who I talk to all the time and who brings me a lot of joy when I talk to.
Hmm.
Like, I think people will ask me like, how did you figure out to do art full time? Or like my partner who just started like a full-time job is like, I don't even know what I want to do. I haven't even had the chance to explore the
Yeah.
whole like Maslow's hierarchy of needs of like, I just got a steady income. I don't know what I enjoy because I've been so focused on survival.
Yeah.
It's like I think the I think the biggest thing for me is I think the biggest thing that I could kind of tell as a generic like an overall statement is really get I develop that inner compass of like, do you actually like
Yes.
this thing,
Yes.
or are you doing it because that's what you were told that you should do?
Yes.
Anytime should comes up,
Hmm.
question.
Hmm.
Um, and I sometimes call it being like a good hater. Like
Yeah.
there were a lot of dancers that I saw on Instagram where I would be like, can I even dance like that? But really the question is, do you even want to dance like that? Do you
Yep.
even like that?
Yep.
And on the same flip side, like a dope lover. Like if you love One Direction and Justin Bieber, say it.
Yeah.
Say
Hell
it.
yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
sit it, like be there. Like know
Go
what you love.
100. Hmm.
Yeah, know what you understand what you love. Look at it without judgment. Let go of like these external stimuli and like motivations.
Yeah.
Like it's time for you to start understanding yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Facts.
my advice.
Yeah. I think like for me, I've always questioned systems. It might be the autism, but it might also be like like the fact that my mom would tell me shit that like just didn't make any sense. Like I would want to go on bike rides and she'd be like, "You're gonna get hit by a car. You're not allowed to bike around the city or like bike
My
around
God.
Natick, which is like a pretty safe suburb." Um, some of my friends have told me that they're jealous that I had that childhood experience because at a very early age I learned to like be like, that doesn't make sense.
Eh,
But yeah,
I
there's
feel
a
like
fuck ton of trauma that came from that.
I'm like, that's trauma doesn't make you stronger. It's that's literally not how it works. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
and then also like the other nail in the coffin was like getting to Facebook and being like, this is where like so many people want to be, and I'm like so deeply unhappy. So like
mm,
what all these voices are saying, like it's not good for me because they're saying it's good for me, and I literally like feel sick, like my soul feels sick. So
yeah,
I gotta follow like where it wants to go.
yeah. I think a lot of people feel sick. It's like a muscle. Like if your bicep feels ill, but it's literally not big enough, you're not gonna clock it. And
Hmm.
like that's how I just I I think it's very amazing when people who realize like who they are when they're younger. To me, like if you are very early in recognizing like when something doesn't work for you and going against the status quo, I'm so impressed because it's like you really had like strong internal compass at an early age for you
Hmm.
to be able to like step out of this. Like
Hmm.
young queer people who like didn't mask very well and or like didn't want to mask very well, I'm
Hmm.
like always impressed because they end up being so strong. But
Hmm.
also like trauma does not make you stronger. It just like is a thing that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just always impressed. Wait, yeah. Where was I going? Oh, okay. The other thing when you brought up your autism, like I was this book I read called How to Know When to Quit, How to Quit, How When to Quit. I don't know, The Power of Knowing When to
Yeah.
Quit, some
Uh-huh.
shit like that.
Yeah.
There was this analogy that the author wrote that was like where there's an ant colony and everybody's in lines. The workers are like going in lines and they're picking up the
Hmm.
food from like the watermelon to back to the colony. And there's all these like divergents. Like LOL. Young A, young adults, like where are you? But you would think like there's something wrong with them, there's a mutation with them, but no, they're supposed to be there, that 10% of the population that
Mm.
diverges from the status quo. And
Yeah.
suddenly, instead of a watermelon, you actually find like a picnic full of food
Yeah.
when like the
Yes.
watermelon runs out. Yeah. So like, yeah, like there's 10% and maybe there's a low chance of like finding or discovering something new, but like there's like societally, there's a reason why people are neurodivergent. Like it's actually
It's
super healthy.
evolutionary advantageous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
burns
like
way
that
more.
like
And
okay, that reminds me again of the same quote I brought up earlier. I'll read it though.
mm,
The Toni Morrison quote. I stood at the border, stood at the edge, and claimed it as central, and let the rest of the world move over to where I was. Then
mm,
he was saying like, yeah, like don't make music for the status quo or like what's popular or like what gets you views on Instagram. Like just like make the shit that is authentic to you, and then like the rest of the world, if it's good, will notice and they'll like move over to where you are because they're like, this is good shit.
yeah. I I was I'm trying to write this like reel on like somewhere about like not being a sellout or like balancing creativity and business.
Hmm.
And it's like the only thing you need to do to be a sellout is be inauthentic to yourself. If
Yes.
you are making things that are popular, not because they're popular, but because you love it, you're not being a sellout. Like
Yes.
if you like wherever and also like that's why the volume of the things that you make is super important because like something is going to resonate with somebody
Hmm.
and like
And then
people
yeah,
yeah, people
I
who
feel
are
like
very like, oh, sorry, people who
no.
are very like, I don't want to be a sellout. Like my stuff is niche. I'm niche only. It's like that's so unrealistic. Like that's you're going to eventually make something that might be potentially popular. It is not a crime. Like
Yeah.
just because you connect with a large amount of people. In
Yeah.
fact, like
It's
it's
like the reverse clout chaser.
yeah, it's like I'm different or like and it's like you're that's a coping mechanism. Like you don't have to be you're you I do not value you and you do not have self-worth just because you are different. You are you. You already inherently have worth. You can
Yep.
be different or the same. It's the same thing.
Yep. 100%.
I'm still listening. I'm just gonna close my blinds.
Yeah, and the what were you saying about like volume, like making a fuck ton of art? I
Yeah.
feel like also like making a fuck ton of art is a really good way to discover who you are,
Yes.
like your
Yeah.
own style, 'cause like sometimes it's really hard to pin down as a starting artist when you've only made like a little bit of art to be like, "Oh, what is my art about?" But
Yeah. When
after
people
I
are
made like 2 or 3 years of art and then some gallery person was like, please write an artist statement. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll try to like figure out what my art is about. Like that was really helpful, a really helpful exercise to like look back at my like repertoire and be like, oh, what do I just keep doing for some reason? Oh, I just keep like talking about my Chinese heritage for some reason. I guess that is like a part of my art.
Yeah, yeah. I think like even in this last year, how I've been doing more art, I can see more themes of like pastels, but also weird shit, like weird
Mm.
mushrooms. I love
Mhm.
mushrooms and like different hyperfixations.
Mhm.
But like so I've been going to markets and as I've been like tracking like how well I do in markets, I
Mhm.
realize like the more obviously like the more different stuff you have, the more likely you're going to sell something
Yes.
and have it appeal to somebody. Just like at face value, like if you
Right.
looked at it like asymptotal, like at the high end, at infinity, if you had infinity more SKUs, you would sell more.
Yep.
Like the Walmart. Um, and like I think a lot in tying that with like your niche and like what you want to say as an artist, that is way more easily developed over time if you make a lot. Like it, like you said, like you can see what the themes are. Even with
Yep.
dancing, like I didn't know what my style was. And then when people looked at like my broad line of work, they're
Mhm.
like, "Oh, I see a pattern here." And I was like, "I've just been doing me. I literally don't know what
Yep.
it is."
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
so it's
yeah.
sort of like if you looked at like a pathway like a plot line of like velocity and acceleration. You're trying to get so much information from one point. You're like,
Yep.
what is my acceleration? You have one point. You have one plot point.
Mhm.
Like you have to like have like a lot of data to
Yep.
understand like what is your path.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you need more a bigger sample size.
Just gotta keep making art. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's how it's either I think it's Picasso, but he had like hundreds of thousands of canvases in his studio even when he passed. And it's like that's how much art he was making.
Hmm.
And like that's how he was getting, what do you want?
More treats.
Yeah. Um yeah, I did this like I'm trying to do this sort of like DOE. Are you familiar with DOE?
No, what is that?
It's design of experiments, and it's not just like the scientific method.
Mm.
It's like a very specific statistical method that, at least in mechanical engineering, they use to be like, what are the Pareto variables? What are the most important variables? How are
Mhm.
like what are the intersections between them? How do they like impact the final result? So you would use it for like if you're injection molding something and the pressure and the volume of like your shot size like interact, there's like formula for it.
Mhm.
So you get like a quantifiable equation from like this. And so with markets, I'm going in, and it's not really that good because my sample, like it's all over the place because it's all different things. But like I'm understanding like the biggest factors you have in having a successful market is one, if the market is pulling up enough people. Like if you're going to a market and they're not even pulling in any people, you're not gonna
Mhm.
make money. That's the
Mhm.
market's fault. And two, like if you have a lot of stuff at your market, you're going to sell more in volume and get more sales. And like if you have, there's also this sort of like distribution of like the low cost items are more likely to be sold than something that is like,
Mhm.
I think the cutoff is $25 and up. So like it's like the best things you can do for yourself is make more art. It's not that your art sucks. It's not that you're not good enough. It's not that people don't like your art. you literally just need to make more art. Your art is great. You are great. You need to do more. Be more of yourself. And so
Yeah.
like, yeah, in a
I
way
feel
it's like
like I feel like you should be a creative coach. And
I
then people could pay you like 75 an hour
I'm
to
dead.
hype to gas them up.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like at the moment I don't want to do that because I want my income to come from my art.
Yeah.
But like as a content creator, um like I what the value that I want to bring to people is like I want the shadow artist to feel more empowered. I want them to
Yes.
understand like the things that are holding you back are not that you're bad at art. It's something else entirely different. And like that's kind of the message I want to bring to people.
Yeah.
But I also need to make money. But like that's that's my idea of like this is how I want to build. I want people to build trust in me and that like I'm providing you a value. I don't think I love my art. I don't really think like I think having nice, pretty things is of value as well. But
Yes.
I think like because my ideal customer are like shadow artists or like engineering artists or like some mix in between, the thing that I really love doing is just like connecting with other creative artists and being like, I want to help you feel as good as I do to
Yeah.
actually do what you want to do. So yeah, it's like
Yeah.
this kind of roundabout way, but
That's very noble.
oh, thank you. I just like these conversations. Like it's
Yeah,
just
no, me
fun.
too. It's great.
Yeah.
Like I love like I this is like I've been thinking about becoming a creative coach because like literally all I do is like ask people like what is your dream? And then how do we make it happen? And I love like helping them map
Yeah.
that out.
I think I don't I think I put a lot of pressure on myself of like if I'm offering this, I want to do it well and like have it be something proud of like charging people for. But like at the moment, I'm just like I just enjoy having these conversations. Like I maybe I'll think about it like way later. Um, but yeah, I think it's like in the transaction is not necessarily monetary, but it's like I want you to trust me and to support me authentically and just like share my name out just like if you find value in like how we are. So
Yes.
it's not monetary. It's more relational, like a social
Yeah.
transaction. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because it's
like
so rewarding seeing somebody actually like go through the steps and you're like, dude, you're so beautiful. Like keep
yeah.
it up.
I'm like anti-Asian like tiger mom. I'm like your Korean dad that like you wish you had. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah, 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 yeah.
like,
They're like, quit your job. Quit your job.
yeah.
Quit making money.
Like it makes me so happy when like I can yeah, and it makes me so happy when I can share something and somebody's like that was so helpful. And I'm just like I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. Like I have Yoon who went to school with us who's like a few years younger. She just I think is about to or just quit her job and got a visa to live in London for 2 years to try out like stand-up comedy, vlogging,
Yes.
community
Yes.
building, and I'm like, like you didn't need me here, but I'm so helpful. I'm so glad I could be part of this journey with you. And like, I really don't like, like I think what she does of just like sharing my like posts or like letting people know that I exist and I'm a resource. Like I just that's it. Like you don't have to buy anything from me. Like that's helping me market myself was already helpful.
Yeah,
But
it's like that relationship or that building of that trust or like yeah, like friendship is that's kind of like the end goal of like the art is like
yeah.
connecting with other people.
Yeah, money is a byproduct. Like, yeah, and like building that authentic rapport, like it just feels good.
It
Yeah, it
does.
feels really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to like I do have this idea of like I want to go to Australia and like do an installation piece at like the Sydney Opera House because that would be
Yeah.
super cool. They had
Yeah.
at Meta they had so many of those like artists in
Dude,
residency.
yes, I painted a mural at Meta before I left. I was like, I'm
Did
gonna
you
leave my mark
really?
here.
Where
Yeah,
were
it's at Arbor
you?
Blocks 300. It's
Which
probably
one
still
was
there.
it?
It was like this new office, Arbor Blocks 300. It's like a couple blocks from Dexter.
I used to go to that one for the gym.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
painted it right next to the meditation room. It's like inspired by these Korean temples and like their color
Oh
palettes.
my God.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
this.
I'll send you the time lapse video.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'd love to see that. Oh, that's so cool. Wait, how did you get to do that?
I was like, I want to paint a mural, and I contacted the air people, the artist in residence people, and they're
Yeah.
like, wow, we've never had an engineer like request. This is a new request, but okay.
Wait, that's amazing. Sometimes you just gotta ask. You know what's crazy? Like, sometimes all you have to do is just like put it out there. Dang.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really love this one. I forget what their name is, but there was one artist who had like a motion activated sculpture of like all these little butterfly wings. And it
Mm-hmm.
was like this whole heart, and like every time you walked by, it would start like
I start
fluttering.
flooding. Oh.
Yeah, and they have a lot of installations that are like this.
Hmm.
And I think like maybe some clothing pieces, but I was just like that, like technology and art and
Yes.
like just like it doesn't even need to be complicated. It's
Hmm.
just a motion sensor or a light sensor,
Hmm.
and then like a couple of like like step motors to
Hmm.
just like flap some like that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Hmm.
There's there's
Would
that
you
Japanese.
would you be
Oh,
interested in doing like an art residency?
I don't know. What's
I
the
like them.
pay?
It depends on the residency. Some residencies like you have to pay, and those are kind of scams.
Yeah,
But the ones that pay are like the good ones. Yeah, but it is like I really want to do a residency sometime soon because it does give you like time and space that's dedicated to just making your own art.
yeah. I think I told myself like I want to get the foundation of my online sales and like
Hmm.
my like getting that built up first. Because as you mentioned, like getting prints, buying prints,
Yeah, yeah,
selling
yeah.
prints, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh fuck. Like, and I do embroidery kits and other things as well, so it's like there's a lot.
Mm.
But I think when that's a little bit more settled and I have a system, and I hired an assistant to help me as well too, so I can
Oh
like,
wow.
yeah. So like while I was gone in Seattle, my assistant helped come in and like helped like take care of my cats and
Hmm.
also like help me do orders. But
Yeah.
as if I can automate that and just like think about that separately and start doing like other things, I would love. That sounds so fun.
Yeah.
In conjunction to the artist residencies that make you pay, I also hear like galleries that make you pay
Hmm.
to like be in them
Yeah,
or
application fees are bullshit.
yeah, and like markets are also like kind of this way too. If they like if you go to a market and I'm paying you $100 to have like a space and you're not bringing in enough people with your marketing, you
Hmm.
are a market, you're not bringing in people, this is not this is supposed to be a B2B transaction. I
Hmm.
am not getting the services I paid for. I'm getting a
Yes.
space, but like I could apply for a
Yes.
city permit to put up a booth somewhere. Like this is
Hmm.
not.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm like starting to get really cautious about like where am I spending money at.
Yeah, I feel like the ideal is to not need to be at a market, but you just pop up like in a park somewhere and you just like sell your shit and people
Yeah.
come because they know you.
Yeah, I think from what I've done with like my DOE like statistics, it's like the ratio of attendees to vendors is like extremely important. And the vendors are like, oh, maybe you'll have like 300 vendors. Anime Expo had like 1,000 vendors, but they also had 400,000 people coming.
Hmm.
So it's like if you have like only 100 people coming to your market, you're not gonna make a lot of money. Like
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, it really is a numbers game for art.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's like definitely slow at the beginning.
Hmm.
I'm so impatient.
I make stickers.
Oh my
I
God.
feel inspired to make stickers.
Yes. Yeah. Do you have a one of those like crickets like cutters?
No.
I paid $500 for my brother scan and cut.
Hmm. Yeah, I really want to get a scanner also because those are fun. Because you can like have it be scanning, but then you like wiggle the thing and then it gets all wiggly.
Oh, oh, that's fun. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, stickers are fun. I actually don't use stickers a lot. Do you?
Mm, I use them very sparingly, like when it looks artistically good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then I'm like, I don't know where to put you.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I those sell pretty often for me, but like they're $3, so it's like it's whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just very interesting like what different things people vibe with form factor wise. Like
Is it mostly, would you say prints are the biggest thing for you?
it's it's almost like evenly distributed.
Mm.
Um yeah, like I don't really have clothing yet. Like the last market I did was Celebrate Little Saigon back in Seattle,
Hmm.
and I sold a lot of like Vietnamese stickers that were like really inappropriate.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I love that so much. I need like three more. And then embroidery kits that had like Vietnamese designs. So those all like sold out. Prints were selling just like normal because they're beautiful, but like with Vietnamese people, they're like,
Yeah.
um, it really is just like some people like prints. I don't even buy prints that often. Like some people rather have enamel pins than stickers. It's just so different for different people. And so like having it in different form factors is better. Like if your art isn't selling in one form factor, it's not that it's bad, it's just people resonate with different form factors.
Hmm. Yeah, it depends on like the crowd or the audience.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like even even me, like I like art that's more functional. So
Hmm.
like lamps that, oh my God, wait. I have a little lamp that lights up. Is it turned on? Oh my God!
Oh, it's so cute. Wait, do you tap it and it changes color? Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
it's
used to
like
have one
that.
of those. Yeah.
Yeah. I bought like $300 worth and I gave them all to my other like the other Meta employees,
Uh-huh.
but mostly so I could have access to them at the office. But yeah, like there's just so many different things that people resonate with and like you're just a business person. Like you
Yeah.
make art and you're just a business person. Um, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
People love a lot of stuff. Like
Yeah.
I think as long as you like it as well, or you see like a lot of people love it as well, you're like, yeah, okay, I see a need here that I'm willing to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute.
I know he's so
Does he
happy.
have a name?
William,
William.
I guess.
William the duck. Oh, his
Yeah.
little legs.
Yeah, I know. There's so many good ones. Like I bought like different pelicans and rhinos and eggs. It's really cute. Yeah. Yeah, I think what I love the most is selling like silly things that are like kind of goofy, a little fun.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. But I have like it's just all over the place. People are so multifaceted. Like yeah, like it makes me really sad when I hear people on planes or flights that are like, "Oh, I'm not creative. My sister, she's like the artistic one. I can't draw for anything." And I'm like, "Did you come out of the womb speaking English too? Like you don't nobody can do anything like
Hmm.
especially not with that attitude, damn."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, "No, like if you have a growth mindset, you can do anything you want to."
Yeah. I feel like my ultimate mission is to like, I just want everybody to be 100% authentic. And be like 100% aligned with like their moral compass and what they're doing as their job. Um, Because yeah, there are some people in tech and some people in finance who just like their heart like bleeds that shit, and I'm like, hell yeah, like
Oh
stay,
yeah.
yeah.
The engineers, like my old mentor, at Meta. Oh, God bless him. I love him so much. Jonathan Stewart, love you. Like he also had ADHD and like he loves his work. Like he would teach me like linkages and we would talk about like, like different like like embedded electronics and we talk about like battery like and it was like, oh, like there's an ADHD group at Meta where it's like you can see where when your interests are not aligned with your job, you
Hmm.
tend to like suffer really hard.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't doing well at Meta for some times because I didn't align with that work. And it
And
just
then did
stressed
you
me.
switch teams or?
I tried to, and then I just could not figure it out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, by that time, I just left.
Yeah.
Because you had to apply and like interview again, and
Yeah.
they were looking for like a lot different
Senior
experience.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really liked doing like injection molding, but I never got to do it at Meta. Um, but yeah, when I made yo-yos at MIT, I was like, I love this. Look at all the colors. So pretty. Um, but yeah, yeah, it was very interesting. But I think it's like you can do, especially with people who are neurodivergent, you can literally do anything you want so long as you genuinely love it.
Yes.
Like it's the hyperfixation part. Like
Yeah,
I
I
think
was like, I just like a couple days ago set up like this vinyl DJ setup. And then, because I had a manic episode like beginning of June, it was my first one. Um, and during my manic episode, I bought all these records. Like I bought $300 worth of records from a record shop.
oh
And
shit.
then me revisiting those records, because I was like, I don't know if I was like tripping back then, because I thought these were the shit. Uh, but then I like listened to them back and I was like, yeah, these are the shit. Um,
Oh no, they're
uh,
good.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
They're like the shit. Like,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they're not like shit.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I was like mixing and then I was like, oh my God, like this is so much fun. I could do this like forever.
Oh my
Is
God.
it just because I'm manic? And I was like, nah, I'm not manic. I'm ready to go to bed in an hour. It's just that this track is hype.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
have just thought it was like a hyperfixation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Probably. It's
right?
also like
Yeah.
a stimming thing. Like I think that's why I go to shows. Like I'm like hat, glasses. I'm like I'm not here to talk to any of you people. Like you guys
Oh,
are shadow people. I'm here to like burr, 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 and like stand in front of the subwoofer
yeah.
and just have like a massage.
Yeah. I, when I was first going to therapy for OCD, I told my therapist, like, yeah, I've been really into cat stuff lately because I was like really invested in getting a cat. And then I got Soupy, my black cat, and I was like watching every single fucking video on YouTube. I watched like every Jackson Galaxy video. I like read everything online for like a month. If you saw me at lunch, I'd be like, so my cat did this today. And then he finally like booped my finger and like, she was like, hmm, that's very interesting. Could that be an obsession? And I was like, I don't think so, because I'm having genuine fun. Like, this is bringing me a lot of dopamine. Like, it's all I can think about. I just start rolling. It's like, there's like, when it's just so, like, I don't know, like, you just start rolling. It's I
Yeah.
think of ADHD as like a boulder. Like, when you roll, you're like, you're gone. You're
When you
just,
said rolling, I thought you were
oh,
talking about
mom.
MDMA,
Oh,
but it's
no.
also the same. Where you go.
Oh, you're just like, woo, I am
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like manic episodes have like grandiosity and like
yeah.
that type of thing, but it's just like, yeah, sometimes it's just ADHD and you're just having a good time.
Yep. And that's why we get misdiagnosed.
Yeah, yeah. The OCD is definitely, sometimes I don't even know if it's still OCD, but then I had OCD about having OCD, so I was like, okay, maybe this is too much. Um, but it's just like way more scary and like shame feeling versus like and like that obsessive thing versus like I'm just having a good ass time. Like that's so
Yeah.
different. Energies are so different. Yeah. Yeah, I love having low hyperfixation. I what has been the other thing that's been nice about like not working at Meta is like I can't do 9 to 5. I always took a nap in the middle of the day.
Dude,
And
yeah, no, same.
I cannot function after 2 p.m. I need a nap. Even in high school, I would like wake up at 6, go to school, go home, nap from like 4 to 8, do my homework, go to sleep. And like I just did that all the time.
Yeah.
College was horrible. Um, but like I can really only do 4 hours of good executive functioning a
Yeah,
day.
no, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, it's just like I just want to be in some sort of flow state because
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Um, and so like that works way better for me and my ADHD, and I'm better allowed to like if I have a hyperfixation on portrait making for a month, I can go follow that hyperfixation, release a series, promote that series, and then
Yes.
like move on and wrap it
Yes.
up before the hyperfixation energy disappears.
That's
And so
why
that,
when I was freelancing, like I really liked the fact that I was on like 3 month or 6 month
yeah,
contracts. Because you can just like go hard, do your thing, and then you never have to do it again.
yeah. It's funny because like I was doing videography freelancing for a while, even when I was hired, or like even when I was working. I actually got really tired from them because I think that was a hyperfixation like couple of months. And then I would do them, and then I started doing like a bunch of videos for other people, and they would ask for the same thing. And I was just like,
Nope. Been there, done that.
yeah. Anytime I made my own music videos or like concept videos for dance, done in a month. Can't do any longer than that. Any longer than that, I've lost steam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same.
So
Yeah,
it's
when people have like looked at my art, one of the first things that's like very common that they say is that like, wow, it's so varied. Like so many,
that's
such a diverse set of mediums. Like I'm
yeah.
not like doing the same thing all the time because I'm like, why would I do that again when I already did it?
I get so stressed. Like I know I'm multidisciplinary and I like embrace that. And I think a lot of people actually are. Even Picasso, even like all of them. They did like, like way Ai Weiwei, marble,
Hmm.
ceramics,
Yeah.
like film. Like they did a bunch of stuff. Like you really don't have to be in one medium. But it's
Yeah.
like, how do I have a story from that? And on it, maybe also it's just like being okay with like this is the beginning of the story, and
Yeah.
like it's just like this is the story right now. I'm
The
at the
story
beginning.
continues.
Yeah, yeah. We're
Yeah.
not on chapter 30 yet. This is like chapter 30 or chapter 1.
Hmm.
But yeah, yeah. So it's I just want to have fun. I just want to enjoy my life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have
Yeah, I
you?
feel like the whole 9 to 5 thing, I'm like, capitalism just doesn't make sense with the human circadian rhythm.
No.
Like it's not even good for productivity.
Like all your shit is 0.75 worse after 2 p.m. Let's be
Yeah.
fucking real. Like
Yeah. No, it
after
is.
lunch, I'm pooped. Pooped.
Hmm.
Like, oh, okay. The question I had, so I've I have this conversation with Kelly really often, but
Hmm.
like even though I have a lot in savings from working at Meta, I have like a constant fear of like, what if I run out? How do like what happens
Yeah.
if this goes wrong?
Hmm.
Like, how have you navigated sort of like the finances of
Yeah,
like being
I had a hard boundary or like edge where I was like, if I hit 25K, it's time to start looking. Um, yeah, but up until then I was like, woo, doing my
yeah.
thing. Um, and then I went to grad school because I think I didn't want to go back to a job. And grad school is like a nice enough structured thing that we're in, and then other people are like, wow, you got a grad school, you're going to grad school. Like it's like one of those
It's prestigious
society
enough that
thing
it's like, yeah.
where they're like, oh, you're not like fucking around. You're not just like fucking around being an artist. You're like going to grad school.
Yeah.
Um, so then I applied to grad schools, especially because I got like kind of lonely and isolated from freelancing and doing art and like not talking to anybody. And I wanted to like meet like a community of people or like work in person with people. CMU, I hoped would have been that, but it wasn't very much like that because I was in the robotics institute and I'd be like, "Hey everybody," and like hit my like lab Slack up and be like, "Hey everybody, come to my house for dinner," and like nobody would come because
Oh,
they're all like too busy or antisocial or like yeah, CMU people are like super overworked, especially the grad students.
I'm
So it's really
surprised
hard for
you.
me to find people like friends.
Yeah.
I had one friend and then he left the program.
Oh,
Yeah. And then
I'm
I had
surprised
another
you have.
friend and she also left the program and moved to a different state.
Oh my God. Wait, I'm surprised you went for robotics instead of like
Well,
art.
I luckily I found like when I was applying, because I was like, I was deciding between a PhD at UNM, which is in New Mexico, which was a really cool lab and it would have been fully funded because it's a PhD, and then this master's program at CMU, which is one of the only master's programs that's funded. Um, but yeah, I was working in this lab that was in the robotics institute, but it worked on like creativity in robotics. So
Mm,
like we were working on, I was on this project called Frida, which is like this robot arm painter. Like it would physically like do the thing and then dip
yeah.
the paint and then make paint strokes and then like clean the brush. And we were like working on like the, I don't know, like the AI machine learning software for like how does it translate like a JPEG or an image pixels into like 8 different colors and brush strokes.
That's
So
so
that was
interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool, but also like even though it's the most creative thing in the robotics institute, it still didn't feel creative enough.
Mm,
Um, like
yeah.
I told my advisor that I wanted, like basically I would want to be working on certain things, but then she would ask me like what the monetary value of it was, and then I would have to justify things that are just like I'm like, why do I have to justify that? Like this is like objectively a thing that should exist in the world. Like it's cool and
Mm,
dope, but for some reason I have to like describe how this could be used to make money.
mm. Yeah, it reminds me of when I worked at a research institute in Korea for like an intern, like 2 internship, and they were making companion robots for the elderly.
Hmm.
And like all I wanted to do was draw what the robot could look like. Like I was just like, oh, they could look like a little penguin or like, and we eventually built it, but it was just like all I wanted to do was have fun. Like this wasn't really, we didn't really talk too much about like we talked about like Cynthia Brazil's like model for emotional, like robotic emotional reasoning, but it was just like I just want to make cute things. Like let's be real. Like the core of it was I want to make cute things.
We were one idea that I'm not sure has come to fruition was like my advisor, because my I had two advisors actually, and the other one was in this computational knitting lab, which is actually like super dope. And
Oh.
I'm probably sure he's autistic, definitely neurodivergent in some way. But he was really cool. We were talking about making a sweater for the robot, like the robot arm, like
Ooh.
knitting a sweater that had conductive thread in it, so we could sense, like, it would basically be a touch sensor.
Yeah.
But the
Wait,
robot would have this like little sweater on it.
this is so crazy because I'm over here like it's that sounds like something I was working on at Meta, but I can't talk about it. I don't think. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, soft goods. Soft goods are cool.
But like the faculty at CMU is kind of like my one advisor, my two advisors were like really cool. But yeah, part of the reason why I left also is because there's like tenured faculty in robotics, also kind of like at MIT, who yeah, their politics are really fucked up and they say problematic shit all the time. And I'm like, why do we still have this person employed?
I was reminded that like the Media Lab took money from Epstein, and
Hmm.
like back then I like was like, oh dang, and like now I'm like, oh fuck, that's bad.
No, it's like bad.
Oh shit, that's terrible. Like I just like did not, yeah, I don't, it's like bad.
Did he
And
ever
it's
do
like the
anything
Koch
at the Media Lab?
brothers and like
Yeah, yeah. You ever do
yeah.
anything at the Media Lab?
I think I was there briefly for like maybe a few things. Like maybe I took like a ACT class
Hmm.
or like something, but I don't think I got to do anything like really crazy.
Hmm.
Um,
I did like half of my MENT there, and
ooh.
then I like couldn't get funding, so then I went on a big road trip instead. Yeah.
Mm, yeah, I think what sucks about the Media Lab is like everything, the end product is really fun,
Yep.
but the process of it is so very technical that when you only have all the fun part at the end, it's hard to enjoy life in the
Mm-hmm.
during, and I just don't really. Yeah, I need the during to be like colorful as well.
Yeah,
Like,
like that process is important.
yeah, yeah,
I think it really depends which like who your PI is in the Media Lab too,
mm,
and their working style. Because like I think it's like tangible,
oh, tangible objects.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Let me
like
feed my
led
cat really
by
quick, but I'm
yeah.
still listening.
Okay, but led by Neri Oxman. Um, I remember people being like Neri is like beautiful, brilliant, and also really articulate. Like, yeah, like she's like the holy grail of like
She was
a
so
superwoman.
cool. I
Yeah,
remember,
yeah.
I remember there were like rumors of her and like
Brad
some
Pitt.
celebrity. Yeah,
Brad
who?
Pitt, yeah, they were hanging out.
Yeah, and like in retrospect, with like all the like physical abuse allegations that I've heard, I'm like, I don't know, Neri. Maybe you could have chosen better. But like, yeah, I was like, wow,
But
that's
yeah,
so.
she runs her lab um like she's definitely like the boss and is like has a vision and then everyone else is just there to like execute it.
Oh,
But other labs are different. Yeah, I did apply to the media lab. I did get an interview. I think only 8 out of like 200 applicants got an interview.
oh shit.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I was like, I don't know if I want to be in Boston.
Yeah, I feel like Boston, at this point, it feels very sleepy. Like, I don't think I really want to be in
Hmm.
Boston anymore.
Hmm.
But then I guess like the whole East Coast feels like that, so I don't know. I like California, except for the times of 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. when it's really hot. I don't want to be here.
Is it like 80 plus degrees?
Yeah. And
Okay.
and like I know I'm from Houston and like and I'm Vietnamese, so like tropical weather should be
Hmm.
normal, but like I don't like it.
Hmm.
I'm not here any I'm no. 68 to 72 only.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, I feel like I had a question and then I ran away to go like feed the cats and then it disappeared. Yeah. Oh well, I can always pester you later.
Have there like been like mentors or people that have helped you along the way in your artist journey?
Yes. So many.
Hmm.
Kelly is definitely a big one, even though
Yeah.
she's not an artist herself.
Hmm.
Just like, yeah, navigating some really like shadow things that are
Yeah.
impacting my business decisions.
Hmm.
The art program that I was doing, they have like 5 or 6 mentors
Hmm.
that like have the weekly things, so
Hmm.
they help. Um, I have been, I always had a problem of like when it was the pandemic, I wasn't really trying to go back to the office very often or like have casual conversations with other employees. And I think that held me back a lot.
Hmm.
So now I'm like, if I go to a market, I like, if I have time, I go around and I ask, I like meet new people and I ask them, like, I think the last one I went to it at SJ Made, I asked everybody, like, hey, how long have you been like doing this? What do you think has been like the biggest factor in helping you make money?
Hmm.
Like I'll hit some people up on Instagram and just ask them sometimes because
Hmm.
like yeah, like peer mentors, like when people think of networking, it's like, oh, you gotta ask somebody who's like higher up. No, peer mentorship and peer
Hmm.
networking is actually
Yeah.
where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I feel like my world feels more full of people I actually genuinely enjoy talking to versus before I'm just kind of like, I just put
Hmm.
up with you,
Yeah.
especially with dance. But dance people are dramatic. They're like, it's like
Hmm.
the ego and the performance and
Hmm.
like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard the same thing about the dancing in Pittsburgh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of my friends, she's really into dancing and in the dance scene.
What does she
There's a
do?
lot of like polyamory drama.
Oh, interesting. That is not something I would have expected.
Okay, yeah, she says like the dancing is very poly here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
I,
she said like it's like poly, but it's like cis het men saying they're poly when they're not actually like
oh,
about it. Yeah.
so like monogamous cheating or
Yeah.
like, like cheating polyamory with poor communication, aka cheating.
Yeah.
Lord, Lord. Yeah, yeah. The dance world is super interesting. I wanted so badly to be have this feeling of like a large community that like came together, especially in like MIT when we had like a group of 300 people putting on a show
Yeah.
at once all the time. And like the real world just really isn't like that. MIT people are so different and
Yes.
like there wasn't as much like at least we weren't stupid. Like if there was egos, at least we weren't stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go out into the real world and it's just like, oh, you have like essayed this person or
Yes.
you like threatened this person or assaulted this person and everybody's okay with it. That's
Yep.
super not okay.
Yep.
And like, yeah, sometimes I see dance community comments on MIT Confessions, even in like 2025, and I'm like, oh my God, what's the tea? Damn. And I'm like, oh, this shit is universal. Like, yeah, I think I had to grieve the idea of like there is not going to be this large community that feels safe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Not in the way that I had imagined it in college. Like
Yep.
the world, my circles will be a lot smaller. I might reach more people, but like my trust circles are smaller.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
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 Art people seem chill. At least like all the people I've met in conventions who are typically like queer women who are
Yeah,
artists.
I feel like artists are like visual artists are more introverted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you run into like the toxic mess, but like I don't know, the whole performative male thing, I just don't talk to cis men anymore, so I don't get angry anymore.
Yeah,
Like
that's great.
anytime a cis man talks to me, I'm like 90% chance I'm gonna get pissed off. So I just don't even start. And then like for the few who like I do like my partner, I'm like, okay, okay, not bad, not bad. But yeah, I definitely feel a lot happier talking to less of them. Dang. Damn. Oh my God. Yeah, looking back at MIT, just like
Yeah,
all the
that.
comments that
Mhm.
I like hung out with a lot of cis men and like a lot of them were great. But like looking back at like certain things that we all said, it's just like, it was
Mhm.
bad. Why are you running around saying the N-word? You don't
Mhm.
know anybody who's black,
Mhm.
even if you did. Yeah, dang. Do
Yeah,
you?
like oh,
Oh, I was gonna
uh,
ask like if you ever have dreams about going back to MIT.
I feel like it's way different as a grad student than undergrad. Like we're not gonna be throwing pianos off the roof, which is what
Yeah.
I was there for.
Orange tours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that the yeah, like the grad student experience is very isolating at MIT also.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of dreams, like being back on campus and taking school again is
Hmm.
just like very interesting. Like,
I kind of want like I think I dream more of like what would it be like to go to a state school? Like shit being non-stressful all the time.
yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
then also like yeah, part of me is like what if I went to art school instead of MIT? But then like we would have people from Berkeley come visit Senior House and they would be like, "Oh my God, like this is what I thought art school would be like shit painted on the
Oh
walls,
shit.
people
Wait,
having orgies."
Berkeley, like the music school at
Yeah,
Berkeley?
like the
Oh,
mer
okay.
yeah. Yeah, they would
Ah.
be like, "Oh yeah, they don't let us paint on the walls and they don't let us smoke weed
Oh,
indoors."
how sterile.
Yeah.
Ew. Yeah. Yeah, I think if I think of it that way, I think there's like a judgment piece of me that was way too strong from like childhood and up that would have ruined any experience I would have had anywhere at that time in my life.
Hmm.
So, like I that's also a part of like why I stopped dancing because I kept doing things for the end result and not the process, and then feeling miserable, not getting the results, and then feeling miserable in the meantime, and then just
Hmm.
like, okay, like I'm just doing things because I should.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a closing comment or question?
Hmm. What do you hope to accomplish in this next year as an artist?
I've started thinking about years less in terms of calendar years, but more in terms of like where my birthday is like day zero. So my birthday was
Mm.
like 2 days ago. I'm gonna do a noise set. I'm gonna produce music. I'm gonna DJ vinyl out, like play out. Um,
So
Hope to
mostly
learn
music
popping.
focused?
Popping, huh?
Mostly music focused, and then
Well, like now I have this rug tufting space. But yeah, I was asking, it was really helpful. Like I asked my friend, I was like, oh, my three current like hobbies that I could pour my time into are rug tufting or airbrushing or music. And they were like, they recommended me, they were like, oh, well, it's natural. Which one of those three? It's obvious. And I was like, which one? And they said music.
mm,
Just because I've just been doing like music stuff like organically like for the past year, and they were like, "Yeah, you bought like $300 worth of records like a month ago," and it's really good to have like an outside perspective on that. And I was like, "Yeah, I really have been like going ham on music for like the past year anyway."
oh my
So
God.
that seems
Yeah,
like the path.
just a
Yeah.
continuation. Happy birthday and happy new year.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, 30 kind of sucked. Bunch of shit happened. I got my
Oh,
diagnosis in January. Like I
the
got a
autism one?
yeah. Well, like basically they said autism definitely, probable ADHD, definite anxiety and depression.
Uh,
And then I had a manic episode in June. My dad got diagnosed with cancer in January. Like there's been a lot of shit that has happened. So
yeah.
I'm hoping, yeah, I feel a lot more. I feel like my life is a lot more stable in all of those vectors now. And I'm hoping that like 31 to 32 will be like an expansion of that.
Are you 31 now?
Yeah, I'm 31 now.
Oh shit!
Yeah, yeah,
Congrats.
yeah.
Ah, yes. Okay, I see now.
Yeah, because I hated telling people, well, I think it's also because I look young. Um, I hated telling people I was in my 20s, so I'm like very happy to be firmly in my 30s.
Yeah, yeah. It's nice. Yeah. I think for I have or like I have structured my thoughts in calendar year just because like Q4 is like major selling season and like I
Mm-hmm.
kind of structure it that way. I just like having little short-term goals for myself because otherwise
Mm-hmm.
I'm sort of listless. Um, yeah, making more art, figuring out how to reach more people with like social media, and
Mm-hmm.
then hopefully wrapping those up into like systems where I can just like automate them. And
Yep.
then next year, oh, I really want to do an installation piece next year.
Yes.
Um, that's like, I don't think I told this to you, but it's like I want to make like a scale version of the financial district of Manhattan.
Mm.
Like the one World Tower would be like 8 feet tall,
Mm-hmm.
but hang it all upside down from the ceiling to
Mm-hmm.
kind of have this feeling of like urban claustrophobia, which
Yeah.
is exactly how I felt when I first visited New York because I like hated it. I was like,
Yeah.
wide. It felt like cosmic horror almost to be in New York.
Uh-huh.
Um, and yeah, I want to build that big enough to like cover like 500 square feet or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really want to do that. I might crowdfund it instead of getting like a grant.
Yeah.
Um, just because like I don't want to look at what grants it takes to get a grant. I don't want to do that shit.
I'm trying to do that because like especially in the music scene, like it's like pretty much people just get paid from like door splits.
What?
Um, but then like pretty much it like people talk about how it's just like this little insular circular economy where it's like, oh, okay, my friend Tree is playing. I'm gonna like throw in $10, and then like 1 week later I'm playing, and then three throws in $10, and then it's just like this.
Yeah.
There's only like $500 to go around.
If somebody
So,
needs that, like to buy food for the week, you're like, fuck. Mm.
so yeah, I like, yeah, there are institutions like CMU has money. There's this space called Tech 25, which is like connected to places with money. So I
Mm,
feel like it needs, like, the scene, like, this money thing that we're doing isn't it's not like making enough money for anybody. So it does
yeah,
feel like there needs to be like some patron or institution injection of capital.
yeah. I really, yeah. Have you applied for grants and stuff for like art installations?
Yes.
Oh, how was the process of like applying to those?
You have to write a proposal. The proposal can just be like a starting point, and then like, if you get the grant, it's kind of like just a guideline.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, it kind of reminded me of like doing college apps, where like I like wait till like 2 days before the deadline, and then I like type some
Okay.
essay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. At least it's just one, like it's a job application. It's just the researching, I guess that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, and then I think if you've done one, like you can just reuse the same proposal like for
Mhm.
all of them.
Okay, maybe I should look into that. That seems simpler than I expected. I was like permits and licenses and like blah, 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 blah. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think usually permits like the venue will take care of. Unless it's like, if it is like an outdoor sculpture, then you do have to like take into account like safety and weather and everything.
Hmm. Yeah. Going back to like bringing in money from the outside, like especially when I was doing dance videography, all the dancers are broke. Like we're just broke people like giving our services to each other. And like yeah, I want to figure out how to bring more money for my own business, but it's definitely like where are we getting this from? Like how do we get consistency here? I just yeah, sometimes I feel really lost.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot of money in the money pool for like music and art isn't huge.
Yeah. Or at least it's very gate kept
Yeah.
or like centralized around like certain
Like
people, but then
two
like
people. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We'll figure it out though. I feel like I believe in like the populist,
Yeah, I really like the 100
1,000 true
people.
fans.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's and then like even if it was not $1,000 and it was just like $100, like $1,000 from 100 people, I can remember 100 people that like
Hmm.
I really like. Like that sounds
Yeah.
fairly reasonable.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is like 1,000 fans every year for a long time, but it's
I
still like
think also like people aren't used to paying for art. They're not used to paying for music. Like
yeah.
you don't really like buy art growing up, or like it's not a thing your parents do, or like there's not, yeah.
Yeah. People with disposable income in their 30s, fantastic. The
Yeah.
Gen Zers, I'm like, I keep hearing suggestions like, oh, you should have a TikTok store, you should have like a la la la. And I'm like, you can barely afford a $3 sticker. Don't tell me what to do. And then when I meet people who can throw down like, oh, I really love this embroidery piece. Oh, it's $100? How like what a steal. I'm like, God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Like we need I think the older we get, the better we can relate to audiences with disposable income, but it's
Right.
like, yeah. Yeah, it's a long game.
I gotta
Mm.
make friends with some 65-year-olds.
Yeah. But like they gotta be cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Republican.
Please no. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, it was really great catching up.
It was great catching up with
Yeah.
you too. This was a
Yeah.
lot longer than I expected, but also
Yeah.
like needed.
Well, I'm like, we're almost about to hit 2 hours. Like, maybe we should just send it.
Wait, I thought we started at 6.
I started at 9 Eastern,
Is it midnight for you?
in 4 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Aw. Okay. Yeah, let's talk another time. I had a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay. Bye,
Let me
Con.
know how editing goes. Uh-huh.
Editing? Oh.
Oh,
I
you're just
don't
gonna
edit
post
that
the.
shit.
Okay, cool.
Makes it easy for me.
Bye, viewers. Okay,
Bye.
bye.